Week 5, 6 and 7 on maintenance using Mounjaro. Hi, my name is Kerry and this is my Mounjaro journey. So if you're a regular viewer, you will have noticed that I haven't posted for a few weeks purely and simply because we've been moving. And thank you for all the kind messages wishing us good luck in the move. We've definitely needed it. It was quite stressful and I'm a stress eater. So it's not been a good mix. So this is probably, I've moved well over 30 odd times. I'm probably heading more towards 40th time of moving. And moving all over, moving country, moving to different counties, moving from big places to small places to a place in London that I called the cupboard, because literally it was a small studio that had a luxurious bathroom, and that was it. So I found this move probably one of the hardest because it's the first one I've ever done in winter. It's also the first one where not all of us are fit and healthy. My mum, who's usually a great help, hasn't been very well. And she did turn 83 the Saturday before we had the movers coming in on the Tuesday, and we were doing lots of work. She didn't basically get a birthday. You know, we didn't even go to the pub. Did we go to the pub for lunch? No, we didn't. I cooked lunch. That was it. She wanted pie. She wanted steak pie and chips and mushy peas, so I cooked that. I didn't even make it. I just bought ready-made, gluten-free, and put it in the oven, sort of thing. So she didn't really have a nice birthday, which, and she weren't well. So it's been tough. It's been hard. We've come from fairly a decent size flat to the same amount of bedrooms and even an extra room, but the rooms are very small. So trying to fit our furniture and stuff in has been very difficult. In fact, my couch has not got in. I've had to take that elsewhere and buy a chair from IKEA, a small little orange chair that is really, really comfortable. And I personally think if it was in the whole lounge, we would have been sat very comfortable. But so still lots of boxes to unpack, but they're all down in the basement. And where we've moved to, they're doing all gas works, and they've shut all our gas off today. And the young man came to shut the gas off, and he says, "No, your meter's down in the cellar." I'm going, "I hope not, because there's loads of boxes down there, and I don't think you can even get down there." And fortunately, it was outside. So, yes, so that's the news of the move. But you're here to find out about how Mounjaro's got on. So, week 5, I did take my jab. And I'm just going to go on to Shotzi, because I think when I last left you, I weighed 9 stone 8.5. And I didn't weigh again after that because the scales were packed away. And like I say, very stressful. I'm a stress eater. And Mounjaro's been able to control most of that. But when you're living out of boxes, and at some point during the move, we went to stop in a hotel that was only down the road because we couldn't even get to our beds. It was just, go in a hotel for the night, come back and get unpacked. So you're not eating very well. You're going to the pub. Tried my best. I had jacket potato with baked beans and cheese and stuff. Breakfast, because we were in the hotel, was a cooked breakfast, which was okay. Not nutritious. So at least this week we've managed to get quite a bit of veg down us. Starting from Saturday onwards, we've been, like yesterday, we had a corned beef hash, which is like a corned beef casserole with vegetables all thrown in and stuff. So that was really nice and warming. So we are getting there. So when I eventually managed to get weighed. And bearing in mind, I did not actually take a jab on my week 6. I didn't, purely because I couldn't get to the... I'd got my Mounjaro. I'd taken it from the fridge in the flat in a cooler bag, brought it straight to the house and put it straight into the fridge here. So that was okay. It was safe. It was a brand new jab bottle, vial. So that was fine. But what I didn't do is I didn't create myself a travelling pack where I normally would. I'd put it in that travel case, put some needles in and be fine. But I didn't. So my needles went in one box, and the box where you put your used needles in went in another box. And I couldn't find it. I was like, okay, I'm just not going to have the jab. And I was up and down. I was doing a lot of journeys, unpacking and walking. The amounts of steps I was doing was crazy. The amount of unpacking I was doing was crazy. So I thought I should be fine. But I wasn't, because when I weighed for the first time, I was 9 stone 12.7. So that was an increase of, I haven't calculated these before coming on to the video, so 4.2. That's an increase of 4.2, yes, from last time. But then I weighed this Monday. I took my jab on the Sunday when I weighed 9 stone 12.7. And then on Monday, I weighed myself again, and I weighed 10 stone 1.5. I was like, oh no, I need to start controlling things. And now things are getting back to pretty normalcy. I've gone and rented a coast working space so that I can focus on work. I'm not near food. I'm not eating. I thought I did pretty well, but I did partake. I had some gluten-free like Kit Kats. I did have some chocolate. I did have some crispy caramel cake things from Greg's. They're gluten-free, and I needed them. I was like, I need this. So that weight went on, and it was deserved. But the weight has dropped back down. Today, I'm weighing 9 stone 10 pound. So it'll be back. And I also need to sort myself out at a gym and get going and exercising again, which I'll do, because I wanted to get moved. I wanted to get settled so that we can eat, so we can wash, so we can watch TV, so we're comfortable in our bedrooms and stuff like that, and then be able to go. My brother take him to all his activities, and when I drop him off, because his activities are all in Sheffield, bar his acting, which is in Barnsley, I take him to his activities, and then I go to the co-working space where I can go and do some work, and it's a lot better. And then I pick him up for 3 o'clock, and then we come home. Well, we go shopping for food or whatever, and then we come home, have us tea. We haven't done any walking yet. We've not been on any other walks, and there's some nice walks around here, but it's usually dark. We've had Storm Chandra, and that was terrible. Very lashings of rain and wind. Fortunately, no snow. I know North Yorkshire's had snow, but there was flooding in the area, so it was just best to come home. So that needs sorting out. Need to get back into exercising, and that will be my target for next month, getting back into exercising. So yeah, so I'm not at my maintenance that I'd like to be, because my target weight, if you don't know, is 9 stone 6. Again, I'm not sure what it is. I can have a look. I can convert it all on the Shotzi's app. So I'll go on the Shotzi's app and tell you measurements, units, stones. So in kilograms, I weigh 61.7 7, and my target is 59.9. That's basically my target of 9 stone 6 to be in the healthy BMI. And then in pounds, it is, I'm 136 pound at the moment, and my target is 132 pounds. So yeah, I'll get there. It won't take me long. I've stopped with the chocolates, so I've not even had any Tim Tams or anything like that this week. I've been really good this week, so we'll see how things go. So that's 61 jabs altogether taken to get down. And then today I overheard somebody. I was in Barnsley. I dropped Jason off at his drama, and then I needed to go and drop some library books off. So I was walking into Barnsley, and sorry, there's a workman outside. Anyway, I walked into Barnsley, and there was this man, and he was walking past, and he says, he's put me on that Mounjaro stuff, Mounjaro. So I thought he must watch Richard's videos, because Richard Wall calls it Mounjaro. So I thought, yeah, but good for you. And yeah. So side effects, I've had a bit of diarrhea, quite bad diarrhea, in that I've had to take some laxatives, and I've also had to go to the doctors. So they're just keeping an eye on that, because the usual trick of kiwi and gut feels not been working too good. So I've upped my fibre with cereal, some granola. It's quite high in protein. It's 4.9 grams in protein, but the fibre is 5.1 grams. So I've been making sure I up that. So that is it, basically. I hope you all have a wonderful week. And I am going to I was hoping to film this yesterday in the co-working space. And I might get a bit brave and start doing that, and doing different things, filming in different locations. So I'll love you and leave you. I hope you have a wonderful week. I hope if you do get any side effects that they're not too horrendous. And in fact, I hope you don't get any side effects, and that you have a wonderful loss, or that you are maintaining. So I'll speak to you next week. Bye.